things we never said. A picture of us in the summer of '9, when the world was easy and you were still mine. We were laughing at something, hair in the wind, before we knew how the story would end. Now there's dust on the frame and a crack in the glass, watching the years and the memories pass. I'm wiping the surface just to see your face, to feel like a part of that beautiful place. But the edges are yellow and the colors have changed, just like the lives that we both rearranged. Oh, man. Your smile is frozen in a moment of grace. I'm tracing the lines of your long gone embrace. The house is so quiet as I sit on the floor, remembering the person I'm not anymore. I wonder if you have a copy of this, or if it's a moment you've chosen to miss. It's just a piece of paper, just a trick of the light, but it's keeping me company all through the night. Don't fade away, not today. Now there's dust on the frame and a crack in the glass, watching the years and the memories pass. I'm wiping the surface just to see your face, to feel like a part of that beautiful place. But the edges are yellowed and the colors have changed, just like the lives that we've both rearranged. I'll put it back now, dust on the frame. Goodbye, yesterday. The pen is shaking in my tired hand, on a kitchen table in a lonely land. I've crossed out the words at least 20 times, trying to make sense of these rhythmless rhymes. I don't wanna hurt you, I don't wanna lie, but I'm running out of ways to say goodbye. This is a final note to the heart of you, the last honest thing that I'll ever do. It's written in ink that's blurred by the rain, a map of the joy and a map of the pain. When you find this paper, I'll be long gone, a final note for you to carry on. I left your keys in the ceramic bowl, beside the pieces of my fractured soul. Don't follow the tracks, don't look ignore the signs. Just read the truth between the crooked lines. I loved you more than I knew how to say, but the wind is calling me the other way. Don't keep it in a drawer, don't hide it away. Burn it if you have to at the end of the day. Just let the ashes fall. Let them go. A final no. Goodbye. The story was long and the story was deep, with mountains to climb and promises to keep. We reached the end in the black and the white, but the sun is still shining, the day is still bright. I close the cover and I set it aside, with a heart that is heavy but filled with pride. What happens after the last page is turned, when we live out the lessons that we finally learned? The book might be over, the ink might be dry, but there's a whole world under the wide open sky. I'm starting a chapter on a clean, empty state, finding the light after the last page. I were the characters, I remember the plot, the parts that I loved and the parts I forgot. You were the hero and you were the friend, but every great volume must come to an end. I'm walking out of the library now, taking the silence and making a vow to write something new, write something true, to find a version of me that isn't about you. The ink is fresh, the paper is new. What happens after the last page is turned, when we live out the lessons that we finally learned? The book might be over, the ink might be dry, but there's a whole world under the wide open sky. I'm starting a chapter on a clean, empty state, finding the light after the last page. set the table for two out of habit, I guess. In a vintage silk ribbon and a black velvet dress. The clock on the mantle is the only sound in a house where the silence is heavy and profound. The wine in the glass hasn't lost its red, but the words that we shared have all been said. There's an empty chair at midnight, bathed in the pale blue moonshine light. I'm talking to shadows, I'm pouring my heart to the space in the room where we fell apart. It's a dinner for one with a ghost on the side, nowhere for my lonely heart to hide. I remember the way that you leaned in to speak, with a hand on my shoulder and a kiss on my cheek. Now the wood is just cold and the velvet is worn in the quietest hour before the dawn. I leave the porch light on just in case, but I'm staring at a hollow, beautiful space. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, time crawls by. I'm waiting for a greeting or a reason why, but the chair stays still and the room stays chill. There's an empty chair at midnight, bathed in the pale blue moonshine light. I'm talking to shadows, I'm pouring my heart to the space in the room where we fell apart. It's a dinner for one with a ghost on the side, nowhere for my lonely heart to hide. Midnight passes, the chair is still empty. Good night, my love. Looking through the hallway of the house we made, watching how the colors of the wallpaper fade. I hear a laugh from the kitchen, but the room is cold. Just another story that we left untold. I reach for the handle, but my hand goes through the ghost of the girl who was once loved by you. And it's just faded echoes of us, like a whisper turning into dust. I'm screaming your name in an empty hall, but there's no one to toss a fall. Just a free seed that's toasted escape. Fading echoes, washing out in the rain. The radio is static where our song used to play. I just an echo of words. Fire has died and the smoke is cleared out, leaving the silence and the shadows of doubt. The walls that we build are blackened and charred. The garden we planted is frozen and hard. But I'm standing here in the center of the gray, looking for the things that didn't burn away. I see footprints in the ash, leading to the door, reminders of a life that we don't live no more. Everything is heavy, everything is dark, but I found a little piece of us, a tiny little spark, walking through the wreckage, trying to make it last, tracing out the footprints in the air. We gave it our all, but the heat was too much. We crumbled like paper at the lightest of touch. But even in the ruins, there's a story to find in the debris and the dust that we left behind. I'm picking up a photograph, sings at the edge, and placing my heart on this broken down ledge. You can burn a memory, you can melt the soul, even when the fire takes its ultimate toll. I'm still here, searching through the dust. I see footprints in the ash, leading to the door, reminders of a life that we don't live no more. Everything is heavy, everything is dark, but I found a little piece of us, a tiny little spark, walking through the wreckage, trying to make it last, tracing out the footprints in the air. Footprints in the I still smell your perfume on my favorite coat. I still find the fragments of the last thing you wrote. You didn't slam the door, you just let it swing. Left me here holding this gold-plated like a secret that's already been told. You're the ghost of a goodbye, the tear that won't fall from my eye. You're the haunting in the hallway, the chill in the air. I reach out to touch you, but you aren't there. Just a lingering vapor, a trick of the light, the ghost of a goodbye in the middle of the night. I tried to replace you with noise and with friends, but the haunting returns when the evening ends. I see your silhouette in the steam on the glass, watching the hours and the memories pass. It's not that you're here, it's that you won't leave, a permanent shadow on my sleeve. Why is the ending the hardest to hold? Why does a fire feel so incredibly cold? Release me, just let me go. You're the ghost of a goodbye, the tear that won't fall from my eye. You're the haunting in the hallway, the chill in the air. I reach out to touch you, but you aren't there. Just a lingering vapor, a trick of the light, the ghost of a goodbye in the middle of the night. Still haunting me, ghost of a goodbye. You say the words, but your eyes were dry like a script you memorized, a well-rehearsed lie. I watched your lips move, but I felt no heat, just the sound of the rain on the empty street. You hugged me like a stranger at a bus stop stand, with no life in your touch, no warmth in your hand. Hollow goodbyes and empty sighs. I can see the nothing behind your eyes. It's a shell of a promise, a ghost of a flame, leaving me standing. You're calling your name. You're already gone, though you're standing right there, right the pine. I'm tracing out the constellations, connecting the line. I know you're out there somewhere in the dark, searching for a fire, looking for a spark. So I'm walking through the house, room by room, chasing away the shadows and the gloom. I'm leaving the lights on for you tonight, a golden beacon, a steady sight in case you lose your way or the road gets long, in case you forget where you belong. The porch and the parlor, the hall and the stair. I'm leaving the lights on to show that I care. I remember when I was the one who was lost, counting the bridges that I never crossed. You were the lantern, you were the flame, you were the one who called out my name. Now it's my turn to hold up the glow and guide you back home through the rain and the snow. The world can be a lonely place when the sun goes down, but there's a little house on the edge of town where the windows are glowing, where the love is still growing. I'm leaving the lights on for you tonight, a golden beacon, a steady sight in case you lose your way or the road gets long, in case you forget where you belong. The porch and the parlor, the hall and the stair. I'm leaving the lights on to show that I care. The light is on. I'm waiting for you. Come home. The sun comes up, but the room stays dim. I'm tracing the outlines where your light grew slim. I see you in the steam of the morning tea, but you're just a shape that's haunting me. I walk through the park where we used to run, but the colors are gone and the shade has won. I'm living in the shadows of a memory, chasing a ghost that looks like me. It's a silhouette dance on a cold white wall, waiting for a voice that never will call. You're a flicker in the dark, a blur in my sight, just shadows of a memory in the dead of night. I reach for your hand, but the air is thin. I'm wearing a sweater that you once lived in. The scent is fading and the fabric is worn in the quietest valley where our love was born. I'm memorizing moments I can't quite hold in a story that's graying and growing old. If I at 3 a.m. just to hear your breath, but the silence on the other side felt like death. I'm chasing the wire through the dark and the rain, trying to find a way to bypass the pain. You said hello, but it sounded so far, like you were calling from a distant star. There's just static on the line, and I'm running out of time. The connection is breaking, the signal is weak. I can't find the comfort that I came to seek. We're breaking up, we're fading out, lost in the frequency of doubt. Just static on the line. Your voice is a crackle, a hiss in my ear. The things that I need, I'm not allowed to hear. Are you still there? Are you listening at all? Or am I just shouting at a digital wall? The bars on the screen are starting to drop. I'm waiting for the heartache to stop. Can you hear me? I'm losing you. The white noise is taking over. There's just static on the line, and I'm running out of time. The connection is breaking, the signal is weak. I can't find the comfort that I came to seek. We're breaking up, we're fading out, lost in the frequency of doubt. Just static on the line. Just static on the line. Just static. We didn't crash and we didn't burn. We just missed the signal at the final turn. The anchor is dragging on the ocean floor, but we aren't looking for the land anymore. The current is steady and the tide is slow. Watching the places we used to know. It's a terminal drift into the great unknown, the furthest away that I've ever flown. We're pulling apart like the stars in the sky, with no one to blame and no reason why. Just moving away, out of reach, out of sight, in a terminal drift through the velvet night. I see a signal fled from a mile away, but I don't have the words left to make you stay. The radio's humming with a lo-fi hiss. Was it always headed for a day like this? Two different orbits that finally broke, a fire that turned into silver smoke. The distance is beautiful, the distance is wide. There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide from the grass. It's a terminal drift into the great unknown, the furthest away that I've ever flown. We're pulling apart like the stars in the sky, with no one to blame and no reason why. Just moving away, out of reach, out of sight, in a terminal drift through the velvet. We spent 5 years painting the walls of this place, filling the holes with our light and our grace. But the hinges grew rusty and the wood began to swell. Our private heaven turned into a cell. I'm standing in the garden with the key in my hand, looking at the house that we no longer planned. It's the door we locked and the bridge we burned, a painful lesson that we finally learned. Behind that wood is a world of regret and things that I'm trying so hard to forget. We're turning away from the life that we stopped on the other side of the door we locked. I can hear the phone ringing deep inside, calling out to the versions of us that died. But the windows are boarded and the curtains are drawn. The magic is over, the spirit is gone. I won't go back a threshold again. I'm walking away through the cold and the rain. Some doors are meant to stay shut forever, to keep us from trying to get back together. Keep it closed, let it be. It's the door we locked and the bridge we burned, a painful lesson that we finally learned. Behind that wood is a world of regret and things that I'm trying so hard to forget. We're turning away from the life that we stopped on the other side of the door we locked. Click, it's over, the door is locked. Suitcase heavy with the things I couldn't say. I watched the city skyline slowly turn to gray. The platform is lonely under flickering lights, thinking about the distance and the restless nights. I bought a one-way ticket to a town I used used to know. Back to the garden where the wild roses grow. I'm taking the last train home, past the fields and the heavy stone. The tracks are humming a familiar tune underneath the light of a winter moon. I'm leaving the noise and the neon behind to find the peace I was meant to find. I see my reflection in the window pane, washed by the tears of the midnight rain. I spent so long trying to be someone else that I lost the rhythm of my own pulse. But every mile brings me closer to the start, to the steady beating of a humble heart. The conductor calls the names of the places I've been, but I'm looking for the place where the healing begins. Nearly there now, I can see the porch light now. I'm taking the last train home, past the fields and the heavy stone. The tracks are humming a familiar tune underneath the light of a winter moon. I'm leaving the noise and the neon behind to find the peace I was meant to find. Yeah, I'm finally home. I didn't know that absence had a way, until I saw the empty hooks and a clean white slate. And didn't know that quiet had a sound, until your footsteps stopped hitting the ground. The closet is larger, the bed is a seat, and there's way too much room now for just me. The space you left behind is wider than the sky. It's a canyon in my chest that I can't satisfy. I fill it up with books and I fill it up with work, but in every single corner your memories still lurk. It's an architecture with longing, a blueprint of pain in the space you left behind. Only echoes remain. The air is different, it's harder to pull. The cup on the counter is never quite full. I find myself walking in circles all day, tripping over things that you didn't take away. How can a person leave so much behind by taking themselves out of my mind? I'm stretching my arms out, but I can't reach the end of the broken down promise that I can't defend. A void is calling, and I'm falling. The space you left behind is wide. memories you left behind, only echoes remain. So much space, so much room without it. We're sitting 3 inches apart on the road, but it feels like a mountain that I've got to tug. The air in the room is like lead in my chest, a conversation that's been put to rest. You're looking at the wall, I'm looking at the floor, and neither of us knows what we're fighting for. It's the weight of silence, it's the heavy sound of a love that is buried deep under the ground. It's pressing us down till we can't even move. Nothing to say and nothing to prove, more definite than a scream in the hall. The weight of the silence is ending it all. I remember when we used to talk until dawn. Now all the laughter is withered and gone. Every word feels like it's too much to say, so we just let the quietness carry the day. The clock is a hammer, the ticking is loud in a house that is wrapped in a thick gray cloud. Say something, anything, even a lie. Don't let the relationship quietly die. Break the glass, make it fast. It's the weight of silence, it's the heavy sound of a love that is buried deep under the ground. It's pressing us down till we can't even move. Nothing to say and nothing to prove, more definite than a scream in the hall. The weight of the silence is ending it all. So heavy, the silence is crushing me. A silver earring on the bathroom shelf, a book you were reading to help yourself, a receipt from a coffee we shared in the park, a light that you left for me in the dark. I'm finding the crumbs of the life that we lived, small little ghosts that won't stay in bed. I'm living with traces of you in the halls, shadows of laughter on the painted walls. You're gone from the door, but you're still in the room, a lingering scent of your favorite perfume. Everywhere I look, I'm finding the clues, living with the traces of you. I tried to scrub the floors and wash the sheets, but the memory of you is stubborn and sweet. Your handwriting still on the grocery list, I'll be throwing all in the bin. But I'm not quite ready to let the new begin. I'll keep them for now, just for now. I'm living with traces of you in the halls, shadows of laughter on the painted walls. You're gone from the door, but you're still in the room. A lingering scent of your favorite perfume. Everywhere I look, I'm finding the clues, living with the traces of you. A little bit here, a little bit there, traces of you. I was halfway through a sentence when the door finally closed. The ending of the story was never composed. I had a list of questions, I had a list of whys, but I'm staring at a ceiling and the sunset skies. The tea is gone cold in the cup on the stand, like the future we planned slipping out of my hand. We've got unfinished conversations dangling in the air, sentences that started but didn't go nowhere. I'm arguing with ghosts in the middle of the night, trying to find the words to make everything right. 1,000 I love yous that were never quite said, hanging like a cloud right above my head. I saw you at the station, but you looked the other way, and I lost all the courage for the things I had to say. The sorry stayed hidden, the please stayed inside, tucked away in the corner of my wounded pride. Now I'm rehearsing the speeches I'll never deliver, watching my reflection shaking the river. The comma, the colon, the dots on the page, a bird in a beautiful wordless cage. I'm waiting for the period, I'm waiting for the end. We've got unfinished conversations dangling in the air, sentences that started but didn't go nowhere. Arguing with ghosts in the middle of the night, trying to find the words to make everything right. 1,000 I love yous that were never quite said, hanging like a cloud right above my head. We never finished. I'm still talking. Are you listening? Driving down the highway with the headlights on, trying to find the place where The feeling has gone. The road is a ribbon that stretches so far. I'm losing the signal, I'm losing the star. The rear view mirror is a blur of the past. Nothing this broken was ever meant to last. We've reached the vanishing point, the end of the line with yours and the ours. I'm no longer mine, it's the dot on the horizon where the two tracks meet. A long, lonely journey that's finally complete. Everything's disappearing in the rearview light. At the vanishing point, in the middle of the night. I remember the start, the rush of the speed, when you were the only thing I'd ever need. But the miles grew heavy and the engine grew tired, and we lost the spark that we originally fired. Now it's just a perspective, a trick of the eye, as we both dissolve into the open sky. Don't look back, there's nothing to see, just the empty road where we used to be. Go on, just go on. We've reached the vanishing point, the end of the line with yours and the ours are no longer mine. It's the dot on the horizon where the two tracks meet. A long, lonely journey that's finally complete. Everything's disappearing in the rearview light. At the vanishing point, in the middle of the night. Vanishing, fading, gone. The dent in the pillow is finally gone, but I still wake up and reach out at dawn. The kitchen is quiet, the kettle is cold. A story of us that's getting quite old. I walk through the garden and see the bare tree, and I stand in the spot where you used to be. Is the outline of a person, the shape of a heart, the space in the middle where we fell apart. I'm tracing the edges of what I can't see, right here in the space where you used to be. A hollowed out canyon, a gap in the air. I'm looking for you, but you're no longer there. I went to the cafe we liked on the hill. The table was waiting perfectly still. keeps on turning, as cruel as it seems, while I'm stuck in the architecture of my dreams. How do I fill a hole this wide? How do I carry the ocean inside? It's just empty, so empty. Is the outline of a person, the shape of a heart, the space in the middle where we fell apart. I'm tracing the edges of what I can't see, right here in the space where you used to be. A hollowed out canyon, a gap in the air. I'm looking for you, but you're no longer there, where you used to be. Just space.